Hi everybody, Ben here from Art Less Ordinary. So, today I am going to try out my new paints. So, I did one the other week, but the video didn't work. So, I've had to do another one, and new paints arrived, different colours. So, I'm going to try out these new ones. So, I have... I'm going to do a ghost swipe because I find it's the best way for me to try out new paints. It's a technique I know. I like them. I wanted to do this nice 12 by 24 inch. And what I have is pebeo. Pebeo, or I don't know how to pronounce it. So I've got iridescent green yellow, blue black, and blue green. So I want this to be kind of a bluey, oceany kind of looking one. So I think these colours will work well together. And I always add a different colour to it, like a non-metallic colour, just to add some interest. And last time I thought I made up carbon black, but I picked this up and it looks black. But it actually is Paynes grey, and it looked really good. So I'm going to use the Paynes grey as my non-metallic colour. So, just grabbing my canvas. This is the other one. Now, when it's in the right light, which I don't know if you guys are catching it, it all shimmers blue. Blues and mauves. It's really, really nice. I like it. So I thought I'll do it again. Because the last video didn't work and I wanted to try out these colours. So I'm quite pleased with them. They're actually really, really nice paints. And this is also my last pearl pour that I did, which I really like as well. So they swelled up a little bit more towards the centre and stayed smaller around the edges. But I'm really pleased with this one. So they're dry, but they're only just dry, so I'm still letting them cure. And the base for this is going to be a very light grey. I'm finding the light grey actually suits my house quite well. So this here is Eraldo di Paulo, 37 grams white, 3 grams black. And then I've added to that 180 grams floetrol to make it thin enough that it goes over the edges very, properly. The 3 pebeo paints are 4 grams paint to 12 grams floetrol, and so is the holcroft professional Paynes grey. 4 grams paint, 12 grams floetrol. So 3 to 1, or 1 part paint, 3 parts floetrol for all these 4 colours. And did I say 12 by 24 canvas? I think I did, but doesn't hurt to say it twice. So what I'm going to do is I am going to cover the canvas with the grey. I pour the grey on, I spread it over the edges, and then I tilt it until it's nice and even. Once I've done that, I'll come back and I'll show you how I layer the colours and do the swiping. So I'll pause it and I will be back soon. Okay, I'm back. So, coated the canvas in the grey and tilted it around, so it's looking good. So from here, I just have to get my paints over. Where are we? There we go, our mixed up paints. So the Paynes grey I only made up about an hour or so ago because I ran out of time to do it yesterday. And the 3 pebeos or pebeo I made up last night. So as with any metallic, you give them a quick stir before you actually use them. Just to make sure that the pigments are separated and not sank down to the bottom. But these colours are absolutely beautiful. And it's easier to show on a sunny day, but today is extremely cloudy, gloomy and drizzly. So it's not a perfect day to have nice sunlight coming in the room. So I've got my my lights on, which I hope is making it bright enough for you. And I have my swipe cards, which are paint cards cut into pieces. I like this size, so I've got them. And that's it. Now we're ready to start. So from here, what we have to do is just decide which colours we want in what order. I am actually going to go for the green at the bottom because I want it to be more of a blue artwork, but I want some green in there. I want something a little bit different. So, and I think that's the way I want to do it. So from the middle to the middle, I'm going to do my squiggly line, starting off the canvas and ending off the canvas. Sorry, I'm going to hold this a little bit better. So start pouring once it goes off, bring it on. You can do a wavy line, you can do a straight line. I always do my wavy, well, nearly always do my wavy lines. I like how they look. Then I'm going the blue-black. Which actually felt a little bit thinner. Third of all, my blue-green, I think it was, which I'm going to do a slightly different wave. And last of all, the Paynes grey. Usually always do the non-metallic the non-metallic colour over the top. You don't have to, I just find I tend to do that. Just be a little bit careful. See how when I was pouring it here, I was getting the thin blob, thin blob, thin blob. We don't really want that. So I'm going to just scoop a little bit up and just add a little bit to this thinner side. I'm hoping that makes it a little bit more even. Okay. Pardon me, I got a frog in my throat. I always do when I do videos because I sit here not talking to anybody and then suddenly I do an artwork and my voice goes, nah, we don't want you to talk. Okay. So, paint card. Like normal, start off the canvas just a bit, like probably a third or a quarter of the card, and swipe, grab half of your paint and then swipe down. I'm not going super fast, but I'm not going slow either. Also, don't push hard when you're near the edge because you'll hit the wood underneath. Then it's just a matter of overlapping a tiny bit and swiping again. Lifting your card either way if you want to, or just pulling it straight up. Do long ones, do short ones. And just wiping your card off each time so you don't carry paint across through them. Tiny bit of hair there. We're getting cells popping up. I think the other ones celled and reacted a little bit more quicker than this. Could be because today's colder. Okay, I'm turning my card around because that's getting a little bit bendy, and I'm going to overlap this a little bit here. There we go. And then just continue through. If you want to go all the way to the edge, you can. So I can see a tiny little blob here in the black, well, grey. Just keep your eye out for little imperfections like that, because they do actually mess up your artwork. Looks like there's one here too. Yeah, that was quite a big blob. I never used to get them, and now I do. So it's a little bit frustrating. I'm not going to use that card anymore. I'm going to get a new card. So I think these actually show their full potential when dry. So you can actually see the color shift in the iridescent. I can see parts of it happening already, but I don't think I'm going to see its full potential till it has actually dried. Getting really nice cells. So you can see the cells keep developing as they age. Now, I can't swipe the other way, so I have to rotate my canvas around. So I just pick it up. Give it a turn and place it back down. I hope that's in the right spot for you guys. Just going to get rid of this paper towel. Let me just check the camera, make sure I'm not too off angle. It's not too bad. Get your swipe paper towel back down and ready. And then continue along, trying to get where you grabbed before from the middle, so you're not leaving too much heaviness in the center. And then it's just a matter of holding the paint this way. Looks like the grey is going to be quite dominant this time. So how you put your paint on the canvas does make a slight difference. That card's getting a little bit bendy, so I'm going to turn it around. not liking that card. Swapping it for another one. It's just feels a little bit different. There, that's better. Much more smooth. Got my little finger touched in there, which made me wobble with my line. So I'm going to overlap there slightly. Nearly there. And the last one. Okay, so these don't have a lot of cells yet, but they will keep developing like that side has until they've actually filled up the area. I do want to do one slight change, so misplaced my scissors. Where are they? There they are, hiding. So what I've done is I've just cut a slither off my card because there's one or two parts I would like to just slightly alter. So I'm just going to put it here and just make a little bit more of a peek through there. Not much, I just wanted a little bit more depth in that one spot. That's probably all right now. This is different. This has actually come out a lot more darker than I was expecting. I was expecting a lot more of the blue, probably because the blue wasn't so close to the top, but yeah, sometimes you have a plan in your head and the colors come out a little bit different. The Paynes grey is actually quite heavy. I don't mind that. It's just I wasn't expecting it to be. So for now, I am just going to clear up all this paper towel and swipe cards so they're not in the way. I'm going to get my blowtorch, which this is an optional extra. You don't have to do this part. And I'm just going to give it a little torch. Turn off. Yep. That was just to get rid of some of the bubbles, because I could see some bubbles, mostly in the base colour, because the base colour I made up this morning, not yesterday. So the cells are coming up. I can see some colour shifting in it, but that won't really show up properly until it is dry. Oh, one other thing I do like to do, I'll just get a little small card, and on the side, just give it a little swipe like you did on the top. Not much, just to break up that solid lines that are dripping down the edges. There we go. Now, I did tilt, so I am going to scrape. I always think it's a good idea to scrape, even if you don't have to. If you get yourself in the habit of doing it, then you'll remember to do it even when Otherwise, sometimes you do forget. All right. Okay, those cells are coming up more over here now, so it's becoming a bit more even, which is good. It's exactly what we wanted. So this is nice, but it's definitely, I was expecting a lot more brighter blue. So might try this again, and then maybe even leave out the Paynes grey and just have the blue black as the darker colour. Or maybe I could add an opaque turquoise into it instead of just so this would be the non-metallic. Not sure. This is the fun part, is just trying out different colours, seeing which ones work well together, and having fun. Ultimately, doing artwork is all about having fun. I don't think many of us are here to make millions of dollars. Even if that's going to happen. You don't often see a lot of rich artists, so this is just a bit of pleasure to make your day enjoyable and bring out some creativeness in our lives. I do this to de-stress after work or before work, as today is the case. Alrighty, time to bring you down for a close-up. So I've got my two ring lights here that are kind of getting in the way. I'm trying to add more light into my work area, but I think I just have to actually install proper lighting. Like nice big lighting. Let's see how the Paynes grey has actually been quite, it's actually there quite a lot. So let me see if you can get down here. Can't really show you that shimmer there yet. See how the blue's glowing a little bit, and so is that green yellow. So in the right light, I see, there we go. Ignore that light. See the goldy part that's down in between. You see right in the middle of that ring light how you've got that bit of goldy colour coming through. That's the shimmer from some of these colours. So they are awesome. Oh, there we go. We can see it like this without getting the ring light in the way. In between all this, like, cells. Kind of laces off to the end. Ooh. How about start at one end? Focus camera. There we go. Go all the way along. The cells and the lacing are really nice. They show up and kind of just give that extra dimension. And you can use different types of swipe tools if you like, different shapes. I'm going to start doing some different sizes just to see what happens with that. But yeah, let me turn this one off. Is that helping? Can I get to the other one? Alright, so now the only light that is on is my backlight. I like this. This is quite cool. So, tell me what you think, guys. Let me know. So, like normal, comment, like the video, share and subscribe. Pardon me. Share and subscribe if you haven't already. And when you do, hit the bell and click all. And that will actually let you know when new videos come up. And that way you can see anything new that comes out. Because I do have different ideas. I've got holidays soon, so I'll have a bit of time to actually sit back and try new things out. But yeah, tell me what you think, and I will see you soon for another pour. Okay, bye.